Okay, in this video, we are going to show you how to edit the listings on eBay for Keywebco going forward. We've made some updates to the format and to the methodology and just how you're going to go about it. We are also going to be adding a large number of new listings, so we want to make sure that you know how to correctly edit all the existing listings and the listings going forward. Now, Roger is going to walk you through it step by step, so just please pay attention. We will show you several examples so you know exactly what to do no matter what. All right, Roger, go ahead.
All right, guys, I hope I can explain this clearly to you. The first way we're going to start out is you open up the Manage Active Listings. You go to Store Category. I'm not going to start with the top one because I've already begun to work on back to school. I will do the entire back to school department. So you will begin with the first one, and it will be books and puzzles in this instance. You click that, you hit search. It takes just a moment, and then this is pretty easy. I think you're going to like this procedure. You check select all. 97 came up, so you know your list for the day. You hit edit. You hit edit all 97 listings. Takes just a minute, and it will take you to the bulk editor. I always wait for it to completely open before I touch anything. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. All right, then you just simply check all. Then you are going to only edit the description. You're not going to pay attention to anything but the description on the first go around. You hit edit item descriptions. First thing that comes up you do not want. You will never add to the item description in bulk. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is edit the listings individually. You hit that, it takes just a minute to open. Everything will be in the pop-up window. We use no HTML editing whatsoever. That means if you copy and paste anything in here, you cannot use the paragraphs or breaks. Now, fortunately, this first listing is actually looks like it's already been done by me. So, since this one has good text, sorry.
It's okay.
I messed it up. Look what I did here, people.
No. Go ahead.
I'm not messing it up. Let me fix my mistake. All right. First thing we're going to do, and you might want to do this before you start, is we're going to copy the information here that is correct, because this is actually the right. You would want to do this at the beginning, but since it's in this one, I'm just going to copy from here. Okay, but you're done with this one. This one doesn't need anything, but that doesn't mean you're not going to do it. All of these get done, every listing. First thing I do is hit bullet points. Okay? Second thing that I do is check this little circle. If it's green, you're good to go. Then this text is all right. You hit Verdana. You hit size 12. Yes, size 12. You hit black color. You make sure nothing is bold or anything. You make sure it's left aligned. That should be all right already. Then you simply remove the bullet points, remove the highlight, save, and on to next. It is that easy, guys, because that one didn't need any work. We're going to go and find this. This is what a majority of them are going to pop up looking like. Always, everything is in standard editor. You will be using 0 HTML. Will not be changing that unless you're sure the name is wrong. But as you can see, this is wrong. This is not what it's supposed to look like. You can see the additional text. But the information is already available. In other words, everything that you're supposed to put in here is already available. So there's a repeat, new shelf stored, excellent condition. That's not necessary because if you've read this, it says packages may show wear, and it also talks about it being new. So that particular phrase you would wish to remove. Whoops, not all of it. And Okay, now you go and highlight the entire text. That's pretty much the first thing you do after you've checked everything. You use your bullet points. You see all this, it makes it all left line. But we have spaces. I don't like spaces. You will remove the bullet points with no text after them, all the way to the top of the listing, if it will let you. Yeah, here we go. Ignore the text and stuff. You'll notice that the name gives me a red. You will ignore that because it is a name. Then you simply re-highlight everything. You go to the text, Verdana. You go to the size, which is 12. You go to the color, which is black. Then these are all good. Then you just simply remove the bullet points, remove the highlight, save, and on to next. Now let's see what drama we're going to have. Oh, good. HTML. You're going to get tired of hitting this button. Always back to the standard. First, we have green light there. We don't need to edit anything. All the information's already in here, but it's nasty. So we go here. We bullet point it. We go down to the bottom. I like to start at the bottom. You don't have to, but all the extra blanks, we remove those. Easy peasy, color breezy. We hit this because it says 1. That is the name. Obviously, we won't be changing names. So we go back. Everything has to be highlighted for anything to change. We go to text, Verdana. We go to size 12. We go to the color. You will do this on every single listing. And then we just simply remove the bullet points, remove the highlight, and save on to next. I'm going to go until we run into a few different problems. Now this one, it appears to look all right.
That one has
yes, this one's all right, but look here. We've got issues. 2 words right next to each other. So we drop that down. There's a period. We drop that down. New in package is a duplicate of new purchase for resale. So we will be removing that.
And there it says black color 1, so you need to take that 1 out.
Yeah, sorry, thanks. I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm. And cover high quality. They're together.
Where is that?
At the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that either.
Yeah, and then
add stretch.
Fabric stretch, yep.
All right. La, 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 la. All the rest is coochie. Remember that? I think that was a name, right? Yeah. So we will highlight all of that. Bullet point is always first. Always remove the blanks first. Ignore the big puffy text because that will edit. Everything looked good, right? Now, if high quality is highlighted, you can either do it there or hit the little button. It changes it there. All right. So there was a text typo. Highlight it all. You change them. We go to 12. Boom. We go to color. Boom. Everything else here is nice. Remove the bullet points. Remove the highlight. Save on to the next. All right. I did a whole bunch of these guys. I did like 250 last night. This one is completely good. I see no problem with it. But that doesn't mean anything. No problem or not, they all get bullet pointed. They all get tapped. But it's the wrong size text. And they all get the color done. Even if it's perfect, you're going to do this. Because it doesn't take long. Oops, you see I made a mistake. There's no highlight and the bullet proofs remains. Very easy. You just re-highlight again. Remove your bullet point. Remove the color. And bam, good to go. Notice we've already done 5 of these while I'm back. I think you're going to appreciate how much easier this is than the old method because you're only looking at one thing at a time. Now, this looks pretty good, but doesn't have a capital letter to start. So we'll do the standard all right procedure. We will bullet point it. We will make sure it is the right text. We will change the size. We will make sure everything is completely black. These are all good. We will remove the bullet points, and lovely, good to go. A good indicator, if you are seeing this, you can tell that that's Arial text 14. If it pops up after you highlight, this is the first task. If it pops up after you highlight, it tells you what it is. This may be wrong, but the text size normally is wrong. So really, theoretically, you could just change the text, but I do want you to check for Dana, but this is the right text. And then always hit the color. Check these are good. Remove the bullet.
And we will always want to make sure that you're using that the tax, the new purchase for resale by Keywebco, that all of that is the latest. We already recognize it.
So this is all the latest information.
That all the latest. So always just
now I'm looking. Sure. We're gonna. If I can't find one that doesn't have it, I will show you how to do it, where you do take out all the writing at the bottom and do that part that I copied and pasted. Well, since this one doesn't have it, I did a whole bunch of listings. Since this one doesn't have it, what we're gonna do, if you notice this is messed up, like not here or incomplete, I'm just gonna show you how to take it out. It's very easy. Remember, we copied and pasted at the beginning. So you would just simply highlight it, backspace, drop the new text that you'd already copied from standard editor, not HTML with the breaks. That'll mess it up.
Right, we're not going to be using the HTML like we were previously with the brackets, because
we're no HTML at all.
Right.
And then just highlight the whole thing, put your bullet points back on, make sure, I like to do the text. The text type isn't that important, but try to do it all. Then you make it the right size. All this is good. I'm not going to make it black. It already is. And then you hit the bullet points, remove the highlight, and save on to next.
By using the bullet points, you're forcing the HTML to update. So by putting them on and taking them off, it forces the HTML to update. So that's why we're doing that.
Now, if after time, when you are sure that everything has already been blocked, you can skip steps and it's the right text. You know it's already black. And you take it out and you're on to the next.
And see, at this point, you've already gone through 9 of them.
10. So, this one is all good. I did a whole bunch of them already.
Yeah.
This one's all good. So this is just a matter of making it the right size.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hit the color, but you don't have to do it if you know it's black. Put the bullet points back in, take the bullet points back out. Makes everything perfect.
Right. At this point, just do the exact procedure just to make sure that there is no
And again.
But this one, this size 14.
Yeah, just make sure there's no.
We want 12. Yeah.
I want 12. Right. I know that's a pain, guys, because everything's going to be 14, but I want 12.
Right.
I'm doing that not for eBay. I am doing that for Shopify. 14 in Shopify looks horrible.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I was like.
Yes, 14 in Shopify looks horrible. 12 looks lovely. Perfect. Even fits in mobile they don't have a mobile checker. Right. So if we use 12, you're eventually going to have to go back and do all the mobile stuff, but this is not available here. So since we can't use the mobile checker, point 12 with the left align by the size of the sentences. You notice the sentences are never more than 10 words.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That'll be fine.
Form it without the mobile checker. That's why we're doing all this extra work, guys. Where am I? Oh, I'm good. I got lost talking.
Okay, I think you can do one more, and that should be enough.
Yeah, and that'll put us at 13.
Okay.
Unfortunately, fortunately, most of these are good to go. There's not a whole lot of stuff to show you. I wanted to show you a Grammarly process where I actually pop it open once. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to show you how to correct a mistake. So I'm going to make it in the next one I do. I'm going to make some mistakes to show you how to correct them so you'll have a complete knowledge of what to do.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and Do you want to get to 15 so you know exactly what number you were at?
Exactly. We're going to go to 15, so we got 2 more to do. Now, this one doesn't have any mistakes, but I'm going to show you. Well, we'll go ahead and correct the capital. Come on. All right, capital. Damn it. Let me misspell some words. And I'll just misspell this one word. All right. Now, notice I have not yet highlighted it. You can highlight it first or not if you're changing this. We're not going to highlight it yet. All right, it's very easy once you open your Grammarly. You just click the button, read the entire sentence.
Give it a moment. It's still loading on this end. Okay.
All right.
All right, so now you see, and it gives you the options of the words.
You'll need to read the other words. Normally, it's the first one. All right, and once it's done, you just click off to the side. You'll see the green light here. You just go back to the standard, bullet point it. Check whenever it jumps real small. I think this one might be one that won't work. I bet it is. Oh, no, it worked. Sometimes you will attempt to do this. I thought this one might be one. Sometimes you will attempt to do this, and the text will refuse to grow. It'll stay 0.8. That means in the back end that you cannot fix here, there's HTML in that listing. That will eventually have to be removed, but you're going to have to ignore it from here because there's no way to fix it.
Well, we could switch to the HTML editor, but then it would.
No, we're not going to do it.
Application.
I don't want you messing with HTML.
Yeah.
It complicates things.
It does.
In the long run, so we just won't even do it. Don't be afraid to take those bullet points on and off as often as you want. The bullet points really do kind of help remove some HTML. It actually does take some out.
Mm-hmm.
And it just is a quick and easy way to get everything left aligned and the right sentence structure that I want. Again, no capital letter. And wrong size text. Now, I should have been first, but I didn't. But it doesn't matter. As long as you just make sure the bullet points get in there and out of there and there's no spaces, you're good to go. Now we are at number 15. Thank you for your time. If you have any problems at all, contact us via our message system.
All right, so make sure you hit save and close when you're done with what you're doing.
The rest of the procedure. 16, so we're not going to do it, so you know to start.
So you're going to start from there. So you're going to hit
close.
Always very important whenever you're done with a batch.
Then you go submit changes.
Correct.
There's one more process that you're not going to see in this method, but I will show you in a future time. We'll see what happens when we do this. This one's not going to give you any warnings. Sometimes up here at the top, you'll get errors and warnings. I'm not going to have you do anything with those now, but in the very near future, once all the listings are up there, once the drop ship stuff is in there, when you do this process at the end, you will eventually be looking at the errors and warnings. But for now, just ignore those. And good to go, guys.
Awesome. All right, so basically, again, you're going to go through the store categories just one by one. Now, as we know, not all.
You want control of my screen?
No, I do not.
Okay.
But we do know that not all of your items are assigned to a store category, so there will be a lot of things in the other.
Actually, that is not accurate.
Oh, did you update that?
Are all assigned to the store categories that are available to you here. Okay. Everything up here in these categories. The items that have individual custom-made store categories, like when you were doing before, you will be doing those again later. Those are basically irrelevant in my store. My store is designed a little differently.
Okay, so no problem. We will just go store category by category by category, and that way you'll know where you are. And if there's new items added, then we will, of course, let you know that. Okay,
well, here's the deal, guys. You're going to get real tired of going through this one by one because you're going to be doing it over and over. My objective, I would like it if we could complete all of the listings that I have available before I add the drop shipping. Once I add the drop shipping listings, it will no longer be easy to know which listing to put which information. So if we can complete all of the listings that are up now before we add the drop shipping, your procedure will be basically the same procedure we're doing here. You won't have to do anything different. But if we cannot complete all of the listings that are up now before the drop shipping goes in, you're going to have to identify every single listing as if it is drop shipping or an original. So it will make the job much harder in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So our objective is to crank these descriptions out as fast as possible, as well as possible.
Right. Okay, so that concludes this particular section of the training. We may do a separate video to show you more listings that have errors, just so you have a better grasp of what you're going to run across. But that should cover most of it. So
also, you can always copy and paste the item number and send it to us as messages if you run across something that's really bizarre and funky.
Yes, you can always do that. You can grab the item ID, or use the item ID because the titles sometimes may be very similar.
Right. Yeah.
It
Needs to be
an identifier. Yeah. And just let us know if you have any questions. Okay. And then of course you can always reach out to us on Messenger if anything is causing you trouble, if you're getting any error messages, or sometimes eBay will act a little funky, so you just keep us posted and we can always look into that for you. All right, so thank you very much, Roger, for going through that. I will be ending the recording now, and we'll talk later.
Awesome.